Hello everyone, this is Tina from Tina's Workshop, and today I am going to try to make a spun cotton vintage Christmas ornament. I watched a video the other day by Smile Mercantile, and I'm going to link a couple of her videos and her channel below. If you decide you want to learn how to do this, I really suggest go to her channel and watch hers first. I've seen some other ones. Hers, I really feel like are the best. There are some other good ones, and then there's some where people they've seen somebody's video who saw somebody's video who saw somebody's video, and they decided to attempt it. And then when I started really researching this, the best one I found was Smile Mercantile. And after watching her videos, I actually immediately got on Amazon and I ordered her books. She actually has books out on this. She has one that is Spun Cotton Christmas Ornaments, Vintage Crafting with 5 easy patterns. There's 5 patterns in here. You've got the mushrooms, Santa, sugar plums, come on, focus, the snowman, and there's a bell. They're really cute. And then there's another book, and the books are not super expensive, and she's got lots of good information in them. This one is Spun Cotton Crafts, 25 Vintage Projects for the Nostalgic Crafter. And you can see some of them right there. And here's a few more. I love this sheep. I want to eventually do this sheep. So her name is Valerie Lloyd, and one of the videos that I had watched, she did a Santa, and the other one was an elf. Both super cute. And I'm like, with the things that I have or would need to get, I thought the Santa was going to be the easiest, and I think they're both absolutely adorable. So I decided I was going to do the Santa. So there's a couple different ways of doing the Santa, of creating the coat, of what he holds and things like that. So let's see if there's more than one picture in here, and I'll show you the style. I don't know. When you look at the video, you'll see right off the bat, she's got in the thumbnail, there's a whole bunch of different ones. And she even shows you how to dye the cotton for the Santa, or for any of them. Here's a larger picture of Santa. So I'm going to do... I'm trying to decide if I want to do this one. So you can make the Santa's robe come over and look like it's closing in the front, or you can make it actually smooth across the front, and then you can just like lay this strip down. I guess I'll have to see as I'm doing it which one I decide I like. But if you notice, his face is actually paper. So they had the little papers, and with the pretty image on it, and that's what would go on there. And you can actually order some of these supplies from her, and there's other ones you can find on Etsy and stuff, but I just saw this a couple days ago and I wanted to do it now. So I printed one out online. So that's the Santa face I'm going to use. I printed it on cardstock, and after I printed it, I used color pencil just to bring the color up a little bit more. So that's going to be Santa's face. The body, there's a number of different things you can use as your armature in the body. The main 2 things that she uses is armature wire and the cotton pipe cleaners. Which is your original pipe cleaners, which is what I grew up with because my father actually smoked a pipe, so we always had pipe cleaners in the house. They are shorter than a chenille stem, which is oftentimes called a pipe cleaner. And they are also more narrow, but they are cotton. So I ended up buying a package of them. I have chenille stems, so I thought, oh, I could just use that, but I decided I had to get something else, so I decided to go ahead and order. Well, I was ordering, that's what it was. I was ordering the books, and it all came together. So that's my package. And here's what they look like. And I got these at Joann's because I thought they were super cute and look like a candy cane. But you can see there's where that one ends. So your chenille stems are twice as long as your pipe cleaners because these are actually being made to clean out a pipe. They don't need to be this long. But you can also see the difference in thickness. And the other thing is I thought where these are cotton and they're denser, that the cotton's going to grab better. And so these are called a spun cotton ornament. And when I first saw that in my head, being a spinner, I was thinking, oh, are we actually like using roving and spinning this cotton and stuff? But no, we're not. And I did see some people that did this with cotton balls even. So you literally could do it with just about anything. And especially if you were doing it with kids, you might want to do that. But I wanted to do it the more professional perfectionist way because I can't help myself. And she actually will show in the supplies here a number of different supplies. So you can use cotton batting, cotton roving. There's the cotton balls even in the jar there. But no matter what you use, you need 100% cotton. And in the video that I watched that she did, she actually only used the cotton batting. And so for me, just trying this, I'm like, I'm just going to do that. So I actually went to Joann's and I bought Warm and Natural. They were supposed to have, according to online, they were supposed to have some that was $7.99 a yard, and I was just going to buy a yard. When I got down there, the only thing they had was these massive big ones that is like a quilt batting, and it was $20 a yard. And I was like, but then they had the little bags, so I got that. But you do want to make sure that it's still 100% cotton because they do have some of those, and they'll say cotton, but if you don't look to make sure it's 100% cotton, it might have a little bit of something else in it, and you want 100% cotton. So this is what our batting looks like, and we are going to actually be tearing. We're going to be tearing this stuff and using it. And that feathered torn edge, that's what we actually want for most of this, because then when it rolls up against itself, that's going to help it grab, and it's also going to give you a smoother finish so that you can't see the line. But then there are going to be times where we want that straight line like this, and if we're not on an edge, if you're on an edge like this, you could probably leave it that way. But when you're not on an edge and you're inside this, then we're actually going to be folding this so that we end up with that straight edge. So that's a couple things. And again, I'm not a professional. I've not done this before. This is my first time attempting this, and this is not a tutorial. This is, you get to see how well I do this, because being the fact it's my first time, obviously I can't teach you how to do it. I'm learning how to do it myself. Okay, so next items we need. A paintbrush, and nice thicker end on my paintbrush. And then we need a type of glue. And in some of the videos I was seeing where it was somebody saw somebody's video, they were using, well, they said, oh, you need PVA glue. But I don't know what PVA glue, so I bought this, and they've got like some expensive bottle of glue. It's Elmer's glue, white glue. That's what PVA glue is. So all you need is that. And then they've got this big gloopy mess of glue all over them, and it's all over their fingers, and their fingers are sticking to the cotton. And it was very gloopy. And then I watch her video. She doesn't use that. She does it the way the Victorians would have done it originally. And she does tell you how to do it with the glue, which is 1 part glue to 5 parts water, because you want it very watered down. And a lot of the ones that I saw using the glue, they had it very thick. I think they had it too thick what they were doing. But you would thin that down 1 part to 5 parts. But what she does is a cornstarch method. So with the cornstarch method, you don't have sticky fingers. It's not a big sticky gloopy mess. And I noticed with hers, compared to the ones that I saw that had done it with glue, her end pieces were a little bit softer and more flexible. They didn't look like a hard, rigid thing. So this is going to be something similar. I think it's similar to paper mache. And the ones I saw doing it with the glue, by the time it was done, it really just kind of looked like they had done paper mache because they were so hard. They were these hard figures. Where hers, when they're done, they still look like this nice soft ornament. So I liked that. I liked the idea that it wasn't this big gloopy mess, and I liked doing it the way they would have done it. And so I made my cornstarch. Okay, so you saw in my video, I did it the way that she does it. And then I also did it my own way just to see if there's a difference. If you really have a big difference in the end product doing it the different ways. So this one, and this is cooled down pretty good now. So this one is now cool. Hold on, I'm going to move this and see. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on table cam because you're going to be on table cam to watch what I'm doing. So I'm going to put you on table cam, then show you this so that it actually goes into focus. What a good idea, huh? Definitely not as sticky. I just had some on my hands, so I just rubbed it into my hands, and my hands don't even feel like anything's on them. Hold on, I'm just getting my microphone in a good spot here. Okay, so this one here is the one that I had done her way. And if you remember, there was like these little clumps in there. And I think what happened was when I put the first little bit of the slurry in, the water was so hot that it just reacted to it quickly. And I couldn't get those little bits to break up. So I did kind of scoop them out. But this is how this one has come out. And then this is the one that I did my way. And it's really just as thick. I do think it's smoother. I feel it's smoother. I don't feel that there is a significant difference. This one looks like it could be a touch clearer. That's about the only thing I really see when it comes to a difference, is that one might be just a little bit clearer. But this is easier in the sense of you put it in there, you shake it up, you can put it in, and then heat it up. That's the way I make my cornstarch gravy, or any type of sauce like that. I put it into the shaker, and I usually do a smaller amount, kind of like how we started with this, a smaller amount, but there's still enough liquid that it blends a little bit easier, I feel like, than that tiny amount did here. But you do have to stir this one the whole time, where when you're doing this one, as the water's boiling, you could walk away from it. You don't have to stir it till you put the starch in. So either way is fine. I did them both ways. I tried it both ways. Both of these are going to work. I think I might go ahead and use this one just because it is a little bit smoother. I'll set it back on that. Okay. Picked this up at the Dollar Tree when I was there. She uses some sort of bowl or something to set her piece in while she's working, so it's not on your surface getting messy, but it also can brace it and have airflow around it. So I thought, okay, for $1, I'll pick up that, use that to set it in. Now, she does have kits you can buy too that has everything you need in it. And what I think is kind of neat about her kits that she does not have in her book, she shows you in the book how to work your piece. In her kit, she actually has a little diagram that you can lay your piece on as you're doing it to make sure that you've done those pieces right. Okay, so let's see. She is starting with... I will say so far, he does not look like Santa Claus. Okay, I used my heat gun a little bit to give it a little bit drier. And I forgot, we did actually need a little white glue, so I had to go find my white glue because we have to put his face on with glue. So his little face is going on right there. I think we'll be okay with the size. Yeah, we should be okay. Okay. I'll raise it a little bit. Yep. I don't want to get wet fingers on the front of it. There we go. There's his little face. You know, if you were doing multiples of these, it would probably be easier too, because you could go along the line doing one step and then doing the next step, and it would have a chance to dry a little bit in between times. But I think I might hit the face again with a little bit of the heat just to see if we can set that glue up a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. I feel better about that before I start doing other things. It's staying on there better because now we get to put his hood on. So I got my piece prepped, and I think, well, it's going to go around like this, but I better watch the video again. Okay, I think I want to trim his little hat down just a little bit because this is going to get covered with a hood anyway. And I just feel like his hat is sticking up a little bit too much. So I think I like that better. So then this is going here, and it's coming down like this. Let's see if I can do this fiddly part. And it's going to supposed to go like that. Okay, I got my hood on, and focus. Where this is one that I printed, I was trying to be very careful with my wet fingers, and I have noticed that if there's an area that I've touched that I could have maybe like put a clear coat on these after I did them. But there's the back of my hood. Hers was super cute because it has like this pixie look, but the way mine ended up folding, I ended up with an actual kind of fold into it, but that's the way it is. So now for the next step. Okay, I opened the hat back up and redid it because I just didn't like the fold on it. I liked this kind of pointed pixie-like look. And then I still had a little tiny bit of a fold here. So I took some of my little scraps, and I had a little piece that was kind of about this size but feathered all the way around. And I laid it over it, and then I brushed that all in. And that, I will say, that is something that is really cool about doing this project, is it blends almost seamlessly. But I was trying to be very careful not to get any directly onto the face. Let's see. My dude has a long beard, which So she says you can either make it go all the way around solid or fold it and create an opening. And since mine, I did the measurements, but I think it's where I started at or something. Mine's not going all the way around to the front. So I will make it a solid piece. Yeah, trying not to get it onto the paper and getting it onto the paper. Okay, he's looking a little bit better, but we still got a little ways to go. So I want that little fold look that I couldn't get because of where mine laid. So I'm taking a piece like this that I'm just going to put onto here and create that little fold. And then the feathered end I can glue down, and I think I'm going to also take some other little feathered pieces because I feel like my arms didn't get enough overlap right in here. So I'm going to also wrap some of these around the arms just so I have a smoother join, and then brush that all down. And then this one here, I've got enough overlap here on this one. That's kind of cool. You can shape. I've watched on other different things, and they're doing this, and they're actually kind of putting little creases and stuff in just by adding the extra starch and pushing on it with the brush. But so far I haven't really had a spot on this that I've needed to do something like that. Yeah, I think I like that better with the little fold. Is that out of focus again? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why this keeps going. That just doesn't look focused. And you're supposed to brush over the whole coat, which I have already done except for the spot that I just put on. Let's make sure I got enough right under there that it's going to hold down. I think she actually had put a little bit of glue underneath that. I'm hoping my starch will be enough. I could throw some glue in there, but I've already got so much starch there that I'm going with the starch. So she said that now is the time that you want to bring your arms down to a more natural position. Oh my. colors do not look the same length. She also said that if you get, because this is kind of dry here now, if you get this wet again, then you can bend these arms better. And I do want to make him holding something. And I already have an idea for that, but I need to finish him up first. Okay, so she made this little like shawl collar, and I kind of like the way that looked, so I think I'm going to do that too. So we're going to set him back in our little bowl and try to stop touching him and make a little shawl collar. Okay, she did say to use a dab of glue here since this is not feathered. Now I've messed with his beard so much, I hope that's going to lay okay. But then we still have to put starch over all of this. Okay guys, remember again, this is the first time I've ever attempted this, so it is not going to be perfect by a long shot, but hopefully when we're done he'll at least be kind of cute. Okay, there is, for the most part, there's our little Santa, and now we just have to finish decorating. Why is it so blurry? Come on. Why won't you focus on... Will you focus now? Ugh. I don't know why it doesn't really want to focus. Okay. He looks kind of crooked, but like I said, I'm going to put something in his arm, and I'm hoping that that will make him look a bit better. So I'm going to get that ready, but then I'm also going to see if I have any cute tiny buttons we can put down his little coat here. So I want my little Santa to be holding a little tiny package. So I've got some paper that came actually in an Amazon package. It's a whole bunch of brown paper, and I crinkled it up a whole bunch, cut a little square. I'm going to actually use some of these extra little pieces that I have that I don't need, and put inside of the little package. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably good. And then I'm just going to wrap up the little package. I think we'll go this way. Probably have more paper here than I need, but go like that. And then let's see. And actually wrap our little package. Bring that up. And come on. You guys want to stay in there. And there's our little package. That ought to work. Okay, the first tape I could grab was double stick. So we'll stick some double stick in there, because we just want it to hold until I can tie some twine onto it. Stay. Stay. Let's see, is that one big enough? Nope, I gotta have it bigger than that. Had some extra pieces I cut the other day for something else, and okay, I want that. That ought to be good. wrap it around here. I'm actually going to tie a knot because I don't want it to come off at all. There we go. Then tie our little bow. We can trim our little ends. They don't need to be that long. And then I used this and I cut it into a bunch of pieces and made little candy canes. Made a whole bunch of little candy canes. I just curved over the end. And I'm just going to stick the little candy cane right inside the little package. And that might be a little bit big. Let's shorten that a little bit. Let's see if we can twist, give our candy cane a little bit more twist. Make those colors twist. Yeah, that's better. Now stick that back in. There we go. Oh, cute little package. Come on. Really? Why is this not focusing? Okay, there we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, now let's check the buttons. Well, so far I have found, of course, I have a ton of little white mother of pearl, which you would think, okay, white on white, but it still would show. I mean, it could be kind of cute. Or I have these that are almost like an abalone that I could use. But I think that's a little too dark. I wish I had some more of these ones. They're little red ones. But I only have one. Then I do have these little brown ones. That could be... Let's see. Brown. I don't think I like the brown. I thought I might, but I don't think I do. I think I actually might like the white. Let's see. These ones go back in that one. Come on. That one goes over there. I think I might like the idea of the white ones. I have to make sure I get 4 that are really nicely alike. Don't think that'll be a problem. I have a lot, but I think I like the white ones. I think I might go with the white ones. Okay, pull these ones back off. Move you out of the way a little bit. And let's see. I want the littlest ones I have. Oh, that one's so itty bitty and so old it has a chip. These were all buttons that had belonged to my mom. And I sent a bunch to my aunt too because there was just so many of them. There's still, I think there's still another drawer of the white down there. I think instead of trying to get 4 identical, I'm just trying to get 4 that are about the same size. And so I think I'm going to go with these 4 that are right there. Oh, you can't see my finger. Right there. Those 4. Okay, so we're just going to Give them a little squirt of glue. And put them on him. It might actually be easier to put the little drop of glue here. See there, and then space them. Okay, and now me being the perfectionist I am, I'm going to make the buttonholes go in the same direction. And I want to switch those two. Okay, there's his little buttons. And then I think I'm going to have this arm holding his package like that. But I don't want to do that yet because he's still kind of wet. So as long as I know he's going to be able to, that I have it at a good spot to do that, I think that'll be good. Yeah. So that's the way he's going to look, and then we've got to put a hanger up here through his hood, and then he will be done. Look at that. He's kind of cute. I mean, he's not too bad for being my first time, huh? Okay, so I have finished it, and it did not use a lot of material. So I had bought this whole big thing of it, which I think it was 34 inches by 45 inches. And I literally used around a 3-inch strip off of one end of it. I mean, so there's still like all this. You could make a ton. And I don't know if you noticed, this was a very natural cotton. So there was like, you can almost see like little bits of VM or something into it. But I kind of liked it. Little scrap piece that was big enough to actually hold on to. So I stuck it in there. I'm still getting used to this microphone. I keep hitting myself in the face with it. I do think that everything sounds much better with it, but it is getting used to it because it is right here and I'm working around it and everything. Of course, with the pipe cleaners I bought, have a ton of that left. I used six of them. And then I got those candy cane ones. Whole big package. And I used one of them. And from that one, I had originally made 4 candy canes, but then I cut that one down even smaller. So if I had waited before I made the candy cane, I probably could have made even more out of that one pipe cleaner. And where I did cut it shorter, I twisted it more so that it had more striping, and I'm glad I did that because they are actual, there's 2 in here, 2 twisted together. So I just twisted it more. A lot of other things I was using, scraps, things I had here and there. And then I went back after you guys saw it last. Oh, I'm hot in here. It's still a little bit damp, but for the most part, he's dry. I went back and took off one of the buttons and I had him tied up, and now I'm kind of wishing I hadn't done that. Oh well. I took off one of the buttons, added a little trim around the bottom, and then also around his down here around the bottom, and then on the cuffs too. I added the kind of like that fur trim. So when I did that, I removed one of the buttons. So he's only got 3 buttons, which I actually prefer the odd number because in art generally the rule of thumb is to use odd numbers. Like flower decorating and everything, you use odd numbers. It's more pleasing to the eye. I got the little package on him. I ended up putting the package on the opposite side I had planned to. So I kind of like that. And then I've got the little hanger. So it's just strung right through his little hood. I was using what I had, what I printed. I think the head could have been slightly smaller or the doll slightly bigger. I could have also trimmed down like his beard, like same as I had done with his hat. That might have helped. Stick that candy cane in a little further. But all in all, I think he came out pretty cute. I'm really glad I did this, and I would love to make some more. I folded the collar right there a little bit. This would be cute to also do the glass glitter and put some on the little trim, the fur trim. I think that would be really cute too. But this down in here is still damp, and I can kind of feel it through where there's so many layers here that need to dry. But the outside, for the most part, is dry. And I'm glad I went back and changed his little hat. I like that better. Oh, and then I was playing with some of the extra stuff I had. So I had like this little ball of fluff. So if you wanted to, you could take that little ball of fluff and you could put it right on the end as a little pom-pom. But I don't think I'd like it. And for the most part, a lot of your Victorian ones, I don't think had pom-poms on them. I'm not positive, but I don't think so. But for me, I think I'm going to leave it without the pom-pom, but that would have been a way to have utilized some of that. Or you could have wrapped it and brushed it and created a solid little ball and then had more of a little solid pom-pom. Another way you could have done it, but I think he's pretty cute. What do you guys think? Would you try this? If you do, make sure and go check out the links to the other YouTubers that are down here. Because her video will take you step by step through the whole thing. I'm going to link this one. And if you watch through it. If you're going to do it, watch through it, then go back and work along, because towards the end, she'll show you another way of doing the coat. She'll also show you how you can dye the cotton and another way of doing the little cape and stuff. So make sure and fully watch it, then go back and do it. And then I will also link the one for the little elf. And the elf has that little like paper mache face. And I thought about doing that, and I know they used to have the little face molds with the clay in the craft stores, but when I went to Joann's, they didn't have any. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to do the little paper one. Then I had trouble finding those, but eventually printed this. Actually printed a whole sheet. I had these ones too. But I kind of thought they were almost a little creepy looking. I don't know. What do you think? And there's actually there's two different styles there. There's the one that I did that has the white the white brim. Then they have the one that's just the red hat. But again, I was just printing this out, trying to be able to do this one thing. And I think if I ordered them where you had like the more professional paper to them, that might be a little cuter too. So I don't know. But I'm really happy with it. I think he's super cute. I can't wait to put him on my tree. and I definitely want to do some more. Not quite sure when, because I have so many things I need to get done. I've already decided to put a few things on the back burner until next year because I just don't think I'm going to have enough time to get them done this year. I have too many things, but I definitely in the future want to make some more of these. And you can do, they're not limited to Christmas. She's got Easter. The black cat I think is super cute. The fruit, there's cherries and the oranges, and this has the glass glitter on it. The little bird, super cute. I'd love to try the bird. Oh, look at the moon. And the sheep, I think, is done as an ornament, but that does not have to be done for Christmas. Little doe. Don't know if that focused. Sorry if it didn't. The mushrooms, they have them set up as like Christmas, but of course mushrooms can be used for just about anything. These are super cute and super easy. Obviously I haven't tried them, but just in looking at it, I think they would be very easy to do, and they're really cute. Little Easter eggs. And the bunnies. And another bird. The little kitties in the slippers. Carrots. One is an autumn berry candle. There's another mushroom. There's a bunch of different styles of mushrooms between the two books. There's the cat with a couple little pumpkins. Super cute. Which means that, yes, there are pumpkins. Oh, look at the little flat angels. I think these ones would be relatively easy to do too. You just need those, again, those vintage paper cutouts. Or a flat Santa. Again, using the paper cutout. She shows you how to make the little packages. Look at him on the snowball. What does she call this one? Snow baby. That one's got the little paper mache face. And I think in the Christmas ornaments, my mom's family's Christmas ornaments, I think there's actually some like this one up here. Santa swinging. Angels. Little trees. An alpine village. So there's all kinds of different ones that you can do. So maybe after the beginning of the year, as we go into maybe spring or something, maybe I'll try the bird. The toadstool I think would be fun though too. I thought about trying the sugar plum before I did this one, but I don't have the glass glitter. I would have used regular glitter, but in the end I decided to just go for it. So I did. I went for it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure and click like and subscribe and click that notify if you'd like to be notified when I upload. And we'll see y'all again soon. Bye.